fucking face is killing me, dude. It really is, man. Oh, man, they pulled the wrong tooth on me, man. And I'm in so much pain right now. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. How can you pull a wrong tooth, man? That's what really, So I called them immediately, and they finally called me back. And so they set up for tomorrow. I'm terrified of needles, man. I'm really terrified of needles, and what gets me upset more than anything is people they refuse to take responsibilities for their wrong actions. Nobody can never apologize whatsoever, for the ignorance that they do to people, and that burns me up more than anything. I am in so much pain. I put my I don't know what to say anymore, man, about people out here, man. This shit's got to stop, man. This is my bedroom. I don't even sleep in. I just put things on here from the washing machine. I got the nurse that comes and helps me put my legs on. I got the other lady that comes and helps clean it up, and she goes, I sleep on the floor. I haven't slept in the bed since my divorce, 2020. I haven't slept in the bed since 2020, my divorce. I sleep in there. I'll show y'all around this apartment. I'll show y'all around. So this is the bedroom. This is the bedroom and stuff. But it hurts me because I waited so long to get this tooth pulled because of the pain, and you can't keep popping Tylenol, Can't keep popping Tylenol, and I can't take Motrin. I'm allergic to that, So the only thing I can take is Tylenol. I'm a poster child for Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol. I've been taking extra strength Tylenol for years, man, and it does good work from my headaches to my backaches and everything. Like when I slipped out there on the property and bust my knee up, and they got to do surgery, Doctor tried to give me some kind of medication. I said, "Nah, man, I'll just take some Tylenol. I'm not into drugs. I don't drink, don't mess with drugs, And I find that very offensive when they ask me that, But today I waited a week just to see the dentist, and I'm not blaming the dentist. It was a mistake. Mistakes happen, but come on, I had to wait hours just to get a call back. And then I guess what really upset me more than anything is that they took the x-ray of the tooth that's supposed to have been pulled out. That's one thing that they did. Right here, they took the x-ray, and I saw the x-ray, and that's it, where it's completely cracked and everything, where the filling's at. That's the one they were supposed to pull out, because it hurts like hell. But then all of a sudden, man, I'm like, I gotta lay down because I'm in so much pain. And I turned around and I'm like, holy shit, they pulled out the wrong tooth. So I called over there, and it took them a while to get back to me. And I said, look, ma'am, y'all pulled out the wrong tooth. I need to speak to the dentist. And so what I don't like, what gets in me now is how they try to lie to cover their ass up. Don't patronize my intelligence, man. You knew what tooth. I complained about the tooth. When the nurse made the appointment, she even said what tooth it was. It was on the right side, close to the front, that's missing the filling, and that's cracked. Okay? That tooth is what's bothering him. The nurse made the appointment, explained where the tooth was at and everything else. Even the other dentists couldn't pull it because it was infected, and my insurance wouldn't cover for that. So that dentist recommended me to this dentist, and the insurance company recommended me to this dentist, and they're good. Okay, they're good. I'm not gonna lie about it. They're good, but just admit your mistake. That's all I want you to do. Don't come up with all of these lies, man. Well, the x-ray, no, you took the one x-ray of the tooth that's supposed to have been pulled, but you went in the back and pulled the tooth. Now I'm in a lot of pain and suffering. I can't swallow nothing. It hurts. It's hurting my throat and everything else. And now this side is swollen up because the tooth is messed up again. You know, the tooth that's supposed to have been pulled out is hurting me like crazy. You know, I mean, this, I don't know what the hell to do, man. You know, I don't know what the hell to do. You know, but I gotta file something because this doesn't make no fucking sense, man. I'm getting mad because you lied. You know, all you had to say was sorry, Keith. Let's make this right. You know, don't come up with excuses. I don't want to hear fucking excuses. You pulled the wrong tooth. I'm in pain. I don't get it, man. I don't. One thing I notice about in the state of Minnesota is people hate taking responsibility for their ignorant actions that they take against people. You know, they hate to take responsibility for their actions that they take on innocent people and stuff, man, with their lies and their corruption. You know, I hate that shit with passion, you know. I hate racist people. I hate people that rape and hurt women and children. I hate those people. Oh, man, this is like, this shit don't make no sense, man. This don't make no sense. I'm in all of this fucking pain because you pulled the wrong tooth. And then you come back with lies, you know. Well, that was the one that was bad. No, this one is, I don't give a fuck about that one. That could come out later on. That's not the one that's bothering me. The one that's bothering me is the one that's cracked. The one where it lost the filling. That's the one that's bothering me. That's the one that's been getting infected. It's like, God damn, man. I don't understand people, man. I don't understand. I just wish that they would have just, you know what? I apologize. Let me get you in here. I had to wait hours just for them to call me back, just to say, we'll come in tomorrow, you know, and we'll pull the right one. I'm terrified now. You know, I'm supposed they pull out a different one again. You know, I don't have 100% guarantee that they'll pull out the one that's supposed to be pulled out right now. So I'm terrified. But I have to, by law, you know, and by respect, I have to let them try to correct this problem. But that doesn't mean this problem is going to get washed away. No, you should have pulled out the right tooth from the beginning. You know which one it is. I pointed to it when I was there and everything else. So, you know, there's no explanation on why. This is a malpractice, dental malpractice suit, period. But I don't want to go that route. Pull the right tooth. All you had to do is pull the right tooth. I've been in so much pain. I waited so long to get this appointment, you know, went through hell. The nurse called, several dentists. They was all packed up and everything else, you know, and it's wrong. It's fucking wrong, man, what they do, man. It's wrong. And people just in Minnesota, people don't take the responsibility for their actions, man. And that's what's fucked up. Nobody in Minnesota could come out and say, hey, I'm sorry. They always come up with fucking excuses. They could never take the responsibility for their actions when they wrongly accuse somebody, what they hate and every fucking thing else. They could never come out and apologize, man. You know, I hate Minnesota with passion, man. I hate Minnesota with passion. You know, these fucking people out here, some dog motherfuckers, man. And I'm mad. I'm totally mad right now because you pulled the wrong tooth. I can understand if you would have called and said, we're sorry, we apologize. Let us get you in there. I had to wait hours for a return call, you know. And I had to laugh. I'm not gonna lie about it because it was funnier than hell, man. Like I told the nurse, man, you can laugh because I know this shit is funny. I know y'all probably never had nothing happen to that before, but God damn, y'all pulled the wrong tooth, and I'm in so much pain right now, man. I tried to go to sleep, and it woke me up just in so much pain. I had to grab my mouth. And then I'm starting to spit up blood again, and I already used the cotton thing that they gave me to put back into my mouth. You know, and my mouth where they pulled the tooth is still bleeding. You know, so I don't know what the fuck happened, man. This is uncalled for. This is really uncalled for. You know. This is really uncalled for you to pull the wrong tooth out of my mouth, man. This don't make no sense, man. All I wanted was an apology. Admit to your mistake, please. There's no need for all of this, the lies and having excuses. You made a mistake. and just apologize for the mistake you made. That's all I wanted. Just an apologize for the mistake that you made. You know, it's a dental malpractice, but I'm not going that way. Just apologize for the mistake you made. But now you're making me point that way because you come up with this lie. You come up with excuses. You made a mistake. You pulled the wrong tooth. Okay? All you had to do was tell me, hey, Keith, I apologize. I'll get you in here as soon as possible. How about tomorrow? Okay, no problem. I shouldn't have to wait hours and hours after I called to say you pulled the wrong tooth. And then you come up with excuses about the other tooth. The other tooth had nothing to do with the tooth that was cracked. Had nothing to do with it. I don't give a damn if it was a bad tooth or whatever. It had nothing to do with it. It wasn't bothering me. The tooth that's bothering me is right here. That's completely cracked. The filling is gone. That's the one that's been infected. That tooth there. No other tooth. You know, I don't care about you saying, well, that tooth was, it wasn't bothering me. You're supposed to pull a tooth that is bothering me. Just went in my mouth and just started pulling a tooth that they wanted to pull. Don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. None whatsoever, man. None whatsoever. Nobody can take accountability for their actions out here in Minnesota, man. Nobody can, man. And I was on the phone with Terry, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, well, he's about a motherfucker. Boy, Terry's something else, man. Terry's something else. He's an attorney that makes deals, man. He doesn't fight for people's rights and nothing like that. He doesn't. He's a deal attorney. Let's make a deal, you know. You know, that's the type of attorney he is. Let's make a deal, man. You know. And I don't like that at all. I don't even know why he called me, you know, to be honest, because I didn't even call him. I don't know why he called me. But, yeah, that's what he is. He's a let's make a deal attorney. But, like, the price is right, you know. But this shit hurts, man. Man, I can't. Then my blood pressure's up and stuff from you know. And I told him I take medication for my blood pressure. So let's get this one shot, you know. And they go in and they pull the wrong tooth, man. I'm in so much fucking pain, man. I'm in so much pain. It hurts bad. You know, it hurts really bad. You know, they mess with the tooth that they were supposed to pull. They went to touch it, but yet they pulled the wrong one. This is crazy. Well, this is the bedroom right here. And I'm moving out of here. Don't want to, but it's a nice apartment. But I can't open up that window there because there's an apartment building over there, and they run their cars all the time, and the fumes come into this window here. There's an apartment building over there, and the parking spaces over there. And then you got the helicopter. When the helicopter's there and they run the helicopter, the medical helicopter, you smell the fumes come in, and it's hard to get that diesel out of the apartment whatsoever. You know, it's a nice apartment, you know. It's a nice apartment. You know, and then, oh man, I'm fucking in pain like crazy, man. Then you got the bathroom. You got the bathroom. You see that? You have the bathroom. See? That's the bathroom. Then you got this room here. You got this room here. There's another window I can't open up. Is this window here? I can't open this window here because there's an apartment building right there. If you see it, you know, there's an apartment building right there, and they run their cars, man, and all of the fumes come into the windows and stuff. So I don't open up the windows here, man, at all. Not in these rooms. But this is the apartment. See that? The apartment and stuff. You know. Then you got right here, you have the hallway, which is cool. See?
Which kid is behind me and let me figure it out?
And it's the hallway. Y'all gotta excuse me because I'm holding y'all and walking with my stick. It's the hallway. Well, the living room. It's the dining room.
Damn it, Lynch won that scoundrel.
There's the dining room right here. And right here is where I sleep. Right here is where I sleep. Sleep right here. There's my blanket, my pillow. Right here is where I sleep. You know.
Let's make a new family group chat.
I don't sleep in the bed. Haven't slept in the bed since my divorce. Don't sleep in the bed. And there's the kitchen.
What's going on these songs? Really true or not?
There's the kitchen.
Pretty much no way. I don't believe.
I use this. I used the oven one time, and that was in November 2026 to 2003. November 27th to November 30th, 2024, because the heat went out and it was freezing in here in November and stuff. And they finally came and fixed the heat for me and stuff. But you couldn't call them because everything, the number that you called went down to a different state all the time. And there's the hallway. You know, it's the hallway right here. So it's a nice apartment. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the apartment is nice. It's good living here, but you got this lady that just I don't know what it is about me, man. When you fight for your tenant rights, you get retaliation and all of this crazy shit from them and stuff, and it's unfair. It's really unfair. You know, you get malicious evictions and they search your residence and stuff. Like I had to send a letter to the police chief to get the names of the officers that tore up my apartment. Yeah, tore up my apartment. Now this window here is another window back here. It's back here. You can't open up this window because you got all of the fumes that come in, because right over there also is where the emergency helicopter lands, because there's a hospital right there. You know, you got all of the fumes that come in, and it's really bad. And then you got this window that I leave open. This window here I leave open. And then that apartment right there is connected to this apartment. See, that's the parking lot. Look how far it's like across the street. That apartment right there is connected with my apartment where I live at. And their water, electricity is on our building. The wires go that way. 1 meter, 1 apartment meter, 13 units, 13 apartments, 13 over there, I think. You know, so that's 6. That's 26 apartments. So separate buildings. And we found out that the electricity and everything runs to this building because it's a 1 building meter, and the water runs to that building. It's 1 building meter, you know. But the apartment is nice. You don't, no problems. You don't, no ghetto choppers and nothing like that. It's real quiet, you know. All the time it's real quiet, except when the kids run around. But that's cool though. That doesn't bother me none, you know. That don't bother me at all, you know. But turn around and file bogus papers on me and stuff, man. That's when I become your enemy, you know. I'm not the one to keep fucking with, you know. But these people, I'm so upset, you know, because these people could have just said, "Hey, we're sorry, Keith, you know, we're sorry that we pulled the wrong tooth." But no, they come up with an excuse, man, and the excuse was so bogus, man. I'm like, are you fucking serious, lady? You really gonna say that to me, man? There's so much pain, man. So much pain. This is ridiculous, man. You pulled the wrong tooth and don't want to admit that you pulled the wrong tooth. Then you come up and say, well, the x-ray showed that tooth. No, I don't. Look, the x-ray showed this tooth. I could read the x-rays. X-ray shows this tooth, not the tooth in the back. She didn't take the x-ray all the way in the back. She didn't. She took the x-ray here for this tooth where the filling is missing. I waited weeks to try to get this damn thing pulled, man. Really months, because nobody would take my insurance until my insurance changed in July. When my insurance changed, my blood pressure's high. I can feel it. Eyes are getting weird. I've been in and out of the hospital out here, man. I've never been in and out of the hospital so many times until I came out here to Minnesota, man. Blood pressure from 100 and something all the way up to 200. This is crazy, man. I'm so mad right now because they didn't want to take the responsibility that they pulled the wrong tooth. I'm mad right now. You know, I'm really upset right now. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I really don't. But something got to be done, man. You know, something has to be done. And I said, you know what? When the nurse that comes and she goes, no, you got to report that, Keith. If they pulled the wrong tooth, you got to report that to the dental board. You know, I said, okay. You know, so she called them up and stuff and gave her ID number and everything, whatever, because she's a nurse that comes in and helps me and stuff. And she puts my legs on and stuff for me, you know. And she turned around and she calls me back and tells me that they'll be sending you some documents and I'll be there to help you fill them out because I know you can't read them of the print. I says, yeah, the print's too small. I can't read that shit, man, you know. And so I'm going to be there to help you out as soon as it comes, okay? I said, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And then she go, oh, no, I see you Friday. I said, yeah, you see me Friday, you know. And so I said, okay, so it'll be here next week. And she's going to do all the paperwork and stuff. And because she's the nurse is the one that made the appointment for me. She was making the appointments all the time. And then my insurance was lapped, was, changing over. So we couldn't get nothing done. And then they switched everything over. Finally, July 1st. So I waited all the way from, because she made the appointment around July. And then again, the emergency appointment was for today to get me in there. And God, I'm upset because they didn't want to, if they would have just apologized, you know, that's all I asked for, just apologize, man. But you want to go all of this different route instead of apologizing. Why is it so hard for fucking people in Minnesota to apologize for their mistakes, man? I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it, man, at all, you know? And my doctor, he asked me the same thing. I told him to say, why do people hate to apologize for their mistakes out here, man? He said, I don't know, man. I hear you. I go through the same thing, man. So that's all I wanted was an apology. But you want to lie to me now and everything. And now that's pissing me off, man. That's fucking pissing me off to the T, you know? But I don't know if you people ever notice something about what YouTube is doing. You turn on YouTube now, and they got all of these damn young kids on YouTube, butt naked. I don't want to see no kids naked on YouTube. I don't give a damn about that. That's none of my business. That's between you and the federal courts, you know? And it's like now YouTube is if you say one thing that you got the right to say, they remove it or they say guidelines. But what guidelines violations? You got the right to call someone a crook, a corrupt crook. You got that right. You got that constitutional right to call someone a corrupt crook. You know, this is like with Facebook, the same way with Facebook. You got the right to call them corrupt because they are corrupt. You know, just like with TikTok. Well, TikTok gone, man. TikTok screwed itself, though, to believe it or not, behind the people. Don't get me wrong. TikTok was nice for a while. You know, it was nice for a while until they started deleting people's accounts, kind of guidelines. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't say this. You can't say someone is pretty. You can't say, oh, lovely hair. You can't say, wow, how many kids do you have? Wow, you got 13 kids? Wow, you can't say words like, oh, I like your dog. Are you selling the puppies? You can't say words like that. You can't say nothing that makes no sense of a violation of a so-called guideline violation. All of this shit is crazy, dude. But yet, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok lets police get up there, download videos. I love killing blacks. I love killing kids. Oh, just shoot the son of a bitch. They allow those videos up there. That's one thing that they allow. Okay, that's one thing that they allow all over their platform. But they once do not get hit with a guideline violation. But you say to your girlfriend on there, you talking to your girlfriend or making a video talking to your girlfriend on one of these apps, they turn around, they get you in a violation because you told your family or your girlfriend you love them, or she turns around and say the same thing to you. That's a guideline violation. These motherfuckers are so corrupt, man. They need to remove TikTok. They need to remove Facebook, Instagram. Ban them all. Ban them all. People understand the internet is free. The internet was never intended to be paid for. Look up the history of the internet. The internet was never intended to be paid for. The internet was invented by a sailor for communications. Okay? Look up the internet. The internet was invented by a sailor for communications. Okay? That's the bottom line. You got idiots that believe, oh, electrical cars. Electrical cars been out since 1900s, man. They got removed off of all states. Removed because they was killing people. But when it started killing Democrats and Republican family members, that's when it was a big issue. You see, and the ones that had all the electrical cars wanted all the electrical cars removed from scooters to all of that stuff was the oil industry. Okay, and yet you people fall for that bullshit. Electrical cars is clean energy. That's not fucking clean energy. That's not clean energy whatsoever. No electrical car is clean energy. First of all, they catch on fire. That battery fire is toxic. They got kids in the mines where they dig for the resources for batteries. Kids in other countries. So no, all of this green gas and all of that shit is a big scam. Don't use plastic bags. All of that shit is a big scam. That's all it is. Because those Republicans and Democrats are the ones that's pocketing that money. You know, I mean, it's so ironic. And then you got, let me explain something to you fuckers, man. I haven't heard that motherfucker say one thing about veterans or disabled people. And we having it hard than these fuckers here. You see these fuckers, man, and it burns me up because I'm going through hell, okay? You see these motherfuckers out here with this food card thing. Thousands and thousands of dollars they get for food, free food and stuff. And they brag online on how much money they get and nothing's wrong with them, you know? And here we are, us vets and disabled people get screwed every fucking day. Then you got a Republican lady in Minnesota, which really pisses. Her name is Robinson or Robert, something like that. I seen her on the news, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. You knew about this a long time ago. How they extort from veterans and disabled people, claiming that they got housing for us, but we can't get it. But yet they get the money. That's been going on for years in Minnesota, man. For fucking years. You know, so they throw us this bullshit about housing for vets, housing for disabled people. They get the money, but we can't move in there. It's fucking hilarious, man. It's number corruption, man. Number fucking corruption. And then if the person that's running it, that landlord doesn't like you, or you fight for your rights as a tenant, it states that in Minnesota, they cannot evict you or retaliate against you because you're fighting for your rights. But they do it anyway. They fucking do it anyway. And these so-called governors and mayors and Democrats or Republicans don't give a fuck. All they want is your fucking votes. That's all they care about is your fucking votes. They don't give a fuck about you suffering or nothing. But yet, these same motherfuckers are the ones that are getting free health care, welfare, and all of that shit. When welfare is not a government program, welfare was started by the Black Panthers by the Black Panthers. Welfare was started by the Black Panthers. And it's the government always try to take over something that they never invented. They never went out there to help the people, you know? And then you got, I'm going through hell with Social Security, and these motherfuckers get thousands and thousands of dollars. They I don't know, eight, whatever you call it, for housing, and I can't even get that, and I'm disabled. Wow. These some dirty motherfuckers, man. All I get is denied. These some dirty motherfuckers, man. And don't give me an explanation. You know, you ask and they hang up on you. You go to their office, they can't, like this one office I had to go to, and because they slashed my disability in half, right? And I went to this one office to get help with rent. So they contacted the individuals, they paid the rent and everything, and they spoke with the people and said, yeah, we're taking care of this rent for him, blase, blase. Everything was taken care of, no problem, right? And yet, the way they talk to you in these agencies is like you're a fucking dog. Like you a dog. You know, literally, they disrespect you like they are better than you. When the same thing can happen to they fucking asses, you know? It's so fucking amazing, man. It's so fucking amazing. The way shit is going right now, your ass need to thank God that you do got a job and you working for a nonprofit organization, because all of that can just disappear within seconds, okay? Look at all of the federal workers that got fired, okay? Look at all the Social Security officers that are closing down from California, you know, okay? And the persons that's getting richer and richer are these billionaires. And you people still want to work for these motherfuckers, man. You want to cripple the United States? Don't go to work. Fuck them. Fuck them. People don't get it, man. We suffer, you know, and I try to report this lady, man. She is so fucking rude. You know, no, just totally disrespect. Talk to me any kind of fucking way. I can't hit her because she's a woman, but trust me, if she was a guy, I would have busted him in his fucking mouth a long time ago, because you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to look down on me because I'm asking for fucking help. And then you get all of this racist shit, man. You get all of this fucking racist and retaliation shit in Minnesota, man. And they good at retaliation. I got this one place that they charged me $100 for an application. And I'm like, you know what? You send me back my $100 because you denied the application, which the application is a contract. So since you did not fulfill your part, you got to send me back my motherfucking money. Oh, we don't send it. No, you sending me back my fucking money. And this is the fucking thing about what's so corrupt about all of these agencies all over the United States. If you're going to deny a person an application, then you don't have the right to keep that application fee. And Minnesota is the highest in application fees from $35, $45, $100, $200, $300. Don't make no goddamn sense, man. Don't make no fucking sense whatsoever. So they make thousands and thousands of dollars of people that they deny the application to, but they keep the fee. No, it shouldn't work like that, man. That's highway robbery. No ifs and no buts, man. No ifs and no buts, you know? And these fucking governors don't give a fuck on how they ripping people off with these application fees. If you're going to be denied, you don't have the right to keep that application fee. Give that money back to the individuals. Give that money back to us, you know? But it's all corruption, man. It's all fucking corruption. That's all it is. And believe it or not, one thing about Minnesota is fucking 1,000% true, is that if somebody investigated it and then they bring it to their attention, they'll have an excuse. They always got excuses. Oh, now we're gonna look into it. Since Fox News or NBC News or whatever investigated this, or investigated something, then it's brought to their attention. Then they'll look into it. It's nothing but a pacifier. When these governors and mayors and city council members from Republicans and Democrats know goddamn well there's nothing but corruption in Minnesota. Nothing but fucking corruption, from retaliation to hate to discrimination, violation of ADA Act. That's all it is, man. They go by the color of your skin on an application, period. And these motherfuckers know that. But when it start getting into the news, then they act like they care. But literally, they don't give a fuck because you put them in office. Stop voting for these motherfuckers, man. Damn, that's blood. Stop voting for these motherfuckers, man. You know, because I swear to God, every Republican and Democrat need to lose every fucking thing. Just like that punk ass Trump. You know, y'all voted in a rapist, a felony rapist, found guilty, sexual assault women. He's always been a sexual predator. You know, always. Even back home in New York, he's been a sexual predator, man. You know, and y'all can't say shit. Y'all can't say a damn thing about your wife or your son or your husband or girls get molested or anything. Y'all can't say a fucking thing because y'all praise this motherfucker. Y'all so goddamn stupid in this country, man. It's pathetic, man. You want to talk about finding intelligence on another planet when there's no fucking intelligence on this fucking planet. Wow, y'all some hypocritical motherfuckers, man. Hypocrites, man. Straight hypocrites. The law says one thing, and the courts violates the laws every fucking day. Don't follow the laws or what the law says. You know, like I told that judge, I said, well, you do know your boss is the one that signed the law into law. The governor, you know. I wish I could become governor because a lot of motherfuckers be put to death, man. Because you violated the Constitution. You committed treason against the people, against the Constitution. Firing squad will be out there every day, man. In public, every fucking day. You know, from justices to pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies, judges, Republicans and Democrats. You violate the Constitution in your oath of office, you have committed treason. And the penalty for treason is death. There's no ifs and no buts, and that's just what you be getting, death. You know, because that's what you deserve when you violate your oath of office and you commit treason against the Constitution and the people. The penalty is death, and that penalty will be very, very strong. This will be a state of the Constitution. No ifs and no buts. Your salary will be $125 an hour. No ifs and no buts. It's time to make the people rich, not these corporations and companies no more. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. And you close your business in my state, you'll be charged back taxes all the way back to how long you ever opened up your store. You'll be charged millions and millions of dollars to pay this state, or you ain't going nowhere. You know, and people don't understand that, man. This online shopping would stop. There's no reason to be online. Take your ass out to the store. Stop being fucking lazy. Oh man, I was so mad, man. I couldn't believe it. These people, they get delivery, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, they just bought you booze? He says, yeah, you can have it delivered to you. You can have booze delivered to your house now, man. You know, they drive it, they go pay for it, you pay them back, or you pay online or whatever, and they could bring you alcohol now. So let me get this straight. You could have a dash order to order alcohol. Don't know if this is a kid or not, and they deliver it. Said, yeah. You see, he had gin, he had vodka, he had he had some kind of beer in the box and everything, and had a lot of, what do you call it, hard liquor and stuff. And this motherfucker was 18 years old, man. 18 years old. I'm like, well, how old are you, man? I'm 18. Well, when you graduate? Oh, I graduate next week. I'm like, holy shit. So you can have alcohol delivered. So yeah, you can have alcohol delivered to your called DoorDash or Dash, whatever you call it out here. Yeah, they deliver alcohol. They deliver to me every weekend. Oh, that's interesting, man. Interesting. And they say, well, we got to stop kids from drinking. You don't give two IF fucks about kids, man. That's all a fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit firestorm, dude. You don't give two IF fucks about no goddamn kids, you know? so protect the kid. Motherfucker, you don't give a fuck about no kids. All you want is money for your lousy ass programs, your corrupt programs, protect the children. You some lying motherfuckers. If that was true, Trump would have been in prison for a long time. Okay, he would have been locked up a long time ago in prison. You know, so miss me with that bullshit. Protect the kids, protect the women. Man, y'all so fucking full of shit. It's not even funny, man. Not even funny. You know, and I couldn't believe it. This guy dropped off alcohol to this dude, man. 18 years old, man. That shit like blew my mind, man. And he says, yeah, all you gotta do is make the call and you pay on a thing and they deliver the alcohol to you, man. They go to the liquor store for you and they get everything and stuff and they bring it to you. That's why you got all these motherfucking drunks out here. Oh my God. This state is so corrupt, man. It's not even funny, man. These motherfuckers are so fucking wow. Wow. But they say God doesn't like evil. And these are some evil motherfuckers, man. Some evil motherfuckers out here. No. But these people don't take accountability for their actions out here, man. They blame everybody and blame something else. They don't want to blame their fucking selves, man. You know, like Terry. I told him one day, man. I said, you need to stop. You claim that you're an attorney. Okay, well, act like an attorney and stop acting like the price is right. You know, because you do more Price is Right deals than you do for fighting for people, man. You know, and it's amazing, man, how these fucking people don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves, man. Nobody but themselves, you know. And there's laws out there that they're supposed to follow, but they don't give a fuck. Even these judges don't even follow the fucking law when they're supposed to, you know. But I'm glad though, you know, I'm going to trial because I told that judge, no, I'm not gonna play these games. We're gonna start trial on this fucking eviction shit, man. I've never had eviction in my life, man. And I'll be damned if you're gonna leave an eviction on me. And I'm already almost finished up with the counter lawsuit against Deer Park, Gold Market Management, Deer Park, Jenner, and her supervisor. You know, I already figured out everything and the damages and stuff, and I want my money. They better bring a cashier's check because I don't take no personal checks, man. You know, and that's the bottom line. A malicious eviction because you fight for your rights, you know. And what's so funny is I never saw this coming. This eviction caught me off guard, man. Because the people say, no, we talked to Jenna, we talked to them, and everything went to we called their corporate office, and everything went to their corporate office. Okay, so you're going to send me copies? Yes, we're going to send you copies, and the people we spoke with, we're going to send you a disc. And matter of fact, subpoena us to court, too, when you take them to trial. I says, okay, I will, you know? And so that is so stupid to and this behind hate. This is literally behind hate and retaliation, dude. All because I asked for the original copies of the water bill. And why is my water bill so expensive? I live by my fucking self, dude. I live by myself. Took me 3 weeks to move in here. 3 fucking weeks, man. I live by myself, you know? And my water bill shouldn't be 60 to 45 to 85 to 75 or nothing like that. And so then when I'm looking at it, I see sewage. Motherfucker, you ain't supposed to be charging me for sewage. That's what the law says. So I had to look deeper and deeper about leases, which a lease is a contract. They're against the law. Any modification to a lease in a contract is against the law, cannot be held up. Period. So I bring up other cases I read, man. And I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta read that again, man. Let me grab my magnifying glass, man. I gotta get closer and read it again. Oh, holy shit. There's a case in Minnesota in 2000 for the same exact thing, damn near the same exact thing, you know? And I shouldn't have had to wait from August to January 15th for repairs to be done when you was notified about the repairs. But you tell the guy, don't repair nothing else in that man's apartment. I'm stopping all repairs. Why? Because he's asking too many questions. He's requesting for too much. And then I don't get the bills. They give me this bullshit printout that they make, this bullshit invoice that they make on the computer. They change the dates on these things. They go into the system and change the date. See, people think I'm stupid, man. Let me explain something to you. I got it, the IPS address of the office, man. Did some shit. Oh, these motherfuckers changing dates on receipts on everybody, not just me, but they changing prices and everything else. See, they tell you that you have to download this app to your phone, okay, to make your payments and all of this bullshit. So I downloaded the app. The app kept, my alarm goes off, the app is infected. It has a bug, do not download this app. So I didn't. So they say, well, you can't go online to do this. But I did go online. I did sign up online. Everything was there. Then you got a notification that their system went down for automatic payment. So because their system went down for automatic payment, these corrupt motherfuckers charge you a late fee because their system went down. I've been fighting that shit ever since. They said, well, you owe $72 because our system went down to get your payment out, but you turned around and you mailed it out to it. That ain't none of my fucking business about your system going down. That's your part, not ours. You don't charge us no fucking late fee because your system went down. No, you don't charge us no late fee because your system went down. And I even sent them a text message. Why the rent did not come out in September? Our system went down. And then I get in a letter where we charging you a late fee because our system that automatic payment is supposed to be taken out, you paying a late fee because the system went down. Are you fucking crazy? That's just what I tell them. You fucking crazy, dude? That's straight extortion, man. I don't give a fuck how much is that's highway robbery, man. Your system went down, automatic payment. Your system went down. We have nothing to do with that. So they made thousands and thousands of dollars that they're not reporting to the IRS because they charged us a late payment of $72 because their system went down. What kind of shit is that, man? What kind of corrupt shit is that? It's fucking crazy. Oh, man. Peace out, man. I'm in a lot of pain, man. I gotta get this shit fucking, these Tylenols, man, and I keep bleeding and stuff, man, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should file something on these people or what, but the nurse that comes and sees me and helps me with my legs on and shit, man, you know, and like check this out. I fell out there and I busted up my knee real bad, so I got to go in for surgery, right? My surgery was supposed to have been last month. I had to cancel the surgery. You know, it's all in the medical records, man. I felt when it snowed in January, and then I felt again in February. And the last time I fell again when it was raining real hard last month, and I ended up in the hospital again because I hit my head and I cracked my glasses because I fell. I'm trying to get over the water, and I just slipped, dude. Bam, you know. But I cracked something in my knee, my right knee, and stuff. And she got me with a brace on that I wear on my right knee, you know, because my knee goes out on me, and so it's trying to stable the knee and everything. And all of this is from the fall that I had out here. They didn't put down whatever you call it. I forgot what you call it when it gets icy out there. They didn't put nothing down. They put it down when they want to and shit. But I fell, and I couldn't get up, man. I was in so much pain. And so then went to the hospital and stuff and found out, oh, you gotta go for surgery, dude. You know, you tore up your knee bad, man. And you already fell, what, 4 times? I said 3 times when it was icy out there. I fell. I tried my best not to go out. You know, I'm a hermit. I just stay inside, you know. I try my best not to go out when it's like that and stuff. because they put that stuff down when they want to put it down. And I asked about it, and then she told the lady that cleans the hallways, calls her up and says, hey, the guy in apartment 6 wants to know, are they going to push the snow away from the garage? Oh, the hell with him. Fuck him. This is their property. And when they push the snow with them trucks, they pile it up at the garage, so you can't open up your garage and shit, man. You know? And that's not my no, that's your responsibility. This is your property. I fell on your property. You responsible for the damages, dude. The pain and suffering that you caused me, motherfucker. And it's been hell, man. So then the nurse, she took me to the hospital because my leg, I fell in front of her, and I couldn't keep my balance. And then they rushed me over to the hospital and stuff. My blood pressure was high and stuff. And again, they go, you got to go in for surgery or you're going to keep falling like that on your good leg. But right now, I'm going to give you this brace to wear, try to keep it stable, you know, and I had to cancel the surgery because all of this shit, you know, this eviction shit caught me off guard, man. It really did. And it's so bad how they do a malicious eviction just behind hate. Just behind hate. When I got receipts for all the rent that's been paid, you know, and you want to do that, that's okay, cool. You give me all the money. I had to put down $1,900 and something just to move in. Then I had to put down an extra $240 because they said because I looked at the place. Okay, that's what they claim, but they put something else on the paperwork. But when they told me, I said, well, because I looked at the place? Yeah, because you looked at the place. So then they come up with a bogus invoice, and they say because they put it on hold. But there was nobody looking at these apartments. That's the funny thing about it. I found that out. I found that out by a lot of the tenants. I was the first one that ever seen this apartment here. Because the people that lived here moved out fast. They did a lot of damage to the apartment and everything else. You know, and then when I asked for the door to get fixed, because the door was a funny thing, dude. You had to lift the door to shut the door at the time, right? And so I had to call them to get the door fixed. And the guy came, which was cool. He fixed the door. He leveled the door out and everything and fixed the lock and all of that shit, fixed the handle. He did some cutting and stuff. And the door, I didn't have to lift up no more to shut it. And I didn't have to put the chair up against the door and stuff. Because all you had to do was push the door and the door opened up. And so when he's fixing the door, he said, damn, even the inside frame comes out the wall. I said, yeah. You know, then find out by them, because they telling the guy, says, yeah, the old neighbors that moved out, he's the one that kicked in the door, man. He kicked that door in because he was fighting with his woman and shit, you know. I'm like, God damn, there's been some shit up in this building, man. You know, so he fixed the door. And then at the same time, I need the sink and all that. I shouldn't have had to. See, this is what pissed them off more than anything, is that I was fighting for my rights. I was fighting for a very safe environment to live in. Okay, that's what I was fighting for. And it is your duties to keep the apartment in reasonable repairs. I shouldn't have had to go from August to January to put in escrow because you refuse to do the repairs. Then you come after me with this bullshit. If a judge don't see that this is not retaliation and extortion and everything, that judge need to be removed off the bench, man. You know, there's no ifs and no buts, man. That judge need to be removed off the bench, man. This is straight fucking retaliation. This malicious eviction. And I got the right to go after them now. I have that fucking right. And I'm going to go after them. I have that fucking right to go in them, either superior court or federal court. I have that right, and I'm going after them in federal court, man. 12 in the box, you know. This eviction shit, I demand a trial. I'm not playing these games with nobody no more. I'm not tolerating it. I'm finishing up this, take this shit down to this courthouse, get it filed, get them served. I'm not playing this shit no more with these motherfuckers, man. I'm not playing with these motherfuckers no more, man. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with this corruption shit, man. You know, I'm totally fed up with their lies and shit, man. I can't believe this lady pulled the wrong tooth, man. I'm in so much pain. My head is killing me. My blood pressure's up. And they don't give me nothing, so I only could take Tylenol. Peace out, man. I feel like throwing up. Peace out.